I'm here today with a best of E.L.F. products. I think I'm going to do this for all different brands. I know a lot of other YouTubers do it, and honestly, it's one of my favorite videos to watch because I love seeing like what are the must-have products from certain brands. So today we're going to do E.L.F. and I'm so excited. If you are excited too, please subscribe before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what brand you would like to see next. And let's get right into the best of E.L.F. products. Start with my two most used ones, and it's these sponges. If you have not gotten these sponges, you're missing out because these are phenomenal. This is the complexion sponge, I think is what it's called, and then this is the camo concealer sponge, and I love these. I use them every day. I've been using them for well over a year now. I think I bought them sometime mid last year. These are so good. I told Sam, I'm like, you have to try these. They're so amazing. Now there is a little tip with these. I wash my sponges every single morning when I get ready, and you need to make sure you wring it out really good because they're so like spongy and soft. So I take a towel and I just give them a good like 2 or 3 like squeezes after I squeeze it into the sink, and it really gets out all the extra moisture. But this is what I use for my foundation every single day. I'm not really a brush girl with my foundation. I like using a sponge, and so this just applies my foundation flawlessly. And then I use this little sponge for so many things. So I use one end to blend out my concealer. I'll use the other side of it. So like I'll use concealer here, and then on this side, I'll set my powder under my eyes or like any areas that like my T-zone. And then on this side, I will use I used cream blush here. I'll use cream blush, and then on the other side, I'll maybe do cream highlight. So I really use the sponge for a lot of different things on a daily basis. I love them. This one tends to fall apart a little bit easier than the other one does. So I've gone through a few of these ones. Like this one's getting a little ripped, but I think I have a backup of this. But I love this sponge. I highly recommend both of those. I use them every single day, and they're amazing. Next is this eye base. Now they came out with a bunch of, oh my gosh, I almost forgot one of the products that I literally use every day. Okay. So this eye base is amazing. If you like a painterly paint pot type product to prime your eyes, they have a few different colors, and I use the color Rose, and it's just a matte base, and it looks a lot like painterly. I use a little brush, or sometimes if I don't have longer nails, I'll use my fingers, and it just primes your eyes really nicely. It's nice and matte. They do have one that I think is like a dupe for soft ochre. They might have some that have a little bit more of like a sheen to them, but this one is just matte. I love it. It's perfect for priming your eyes, helps your makeup not crease, or your eye makeup not crease, and I think it's fantastic. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. I almost forgot this one, the E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer. This is the regular one, not the luminous, not the matte, not the acne, just the regular one. You can tell I have made a big old dent in this. I told Sam to get this one too. I'm like, you have to get it. It's so good at filling in your pores. And I honestly just take a little bit on my finger, and then I dab it right into my T-zone, and it really does a great job at blurring your pores. I definitely can tell a difference on the days that I use this versus the days I, forget. I've clearly put a big dent on this. I bought this because I wanted a dupe for the Tatcha, and I think it is pretty close to the Tatcha one. I actually might like this one better, and obviously it's way less expensive. So if you would like a really good pore filling primer, I would recommend checking that one out. Okay, I think I have a cheek product, and then the rest are eye. I have 2 cheek products, and the rest are eyes. This is the Putty Blush. I am really a big fan of these Putty products, I guess. So they don't have a color on them, which is kind of annoying, but these are the 2 colors that I have, kind of like a lighter peachy color, and then like a deeper berry wine color. And I like to apply these with my beauty blender. I would just use like that camo sponge, this one, and I just kind of wiggle it in there and then stamp it on. And I really like these. I use cream blushes and bronzers like every day. So this is that deeper one. And then this one is the more peachy toned of the 2. It's a lot lighter. You can see it there. But they're really beautiful. They blend really nice. They have more of a matte finish. They're not like a super dewy blush, not like the Tarte one that I use or the Tower 28. They're definitely more of a matte, but they look so pretty on the cheeks. They have 4 or 5 different colors, so if you like cream blushes, I would definitely recommend giving those a go, especially if you have more oily skin and you find that like more of those dewy blushes just kind of look way too oily on your skin. You might like these because they definitely have more of a matte, like cream to powder finish versus like a real wet, dewy look to the skin. Last cheek product I have is this little palette here. I use this so much. This is the Glow Gleam Beam E.L.F. palette. I have used this so much. I used to use it in my tutorials all the time. I'm sure it showed it's made an appearance in quite a few favorites. I will take all 3 of these and kind of like blend them together, put them on my cheeks. These ones are also really pretty. They make beautiful inner corner highlights. You can use them on your lids, but it's just a really pretty highlight. I feel like I already have a lot of highlight on, but this middle color right here is probably my favorite. I don't know if this is gonna even matter because I already put highlight on. But isn't this so pretty? I've already put this one on today, so we're just gonna cake on some extra. But it's just so pretty. It's not chunky or chalky. This color, this white color, is a little bit more glittery, so I kind of steer clear of that one most of the time because I don't like a lot of glitter. But I'll take these 2 and go, or all 3 of these bottom ones. Again, they make gorgeous highlights and eyeshadows and really good inner corner highlights. So this is the Glow Gleam Beam E.L.F. palette. Last is eyes. These are so good. If you like shadow sticks like the Laura Mercier ones or the CoverGirl ones, you might want to try these E.L.F. ones. They're called the No Budge Shadow Stick. I have Champagne Crystal and Perfect Pearl. I have quite a few of them. These are just the 2 that I pulled to show you. And I sprayed tan today and I'm literally going to be wiping it all off my hand. Just this one hand. But these are really, really pretty. They're great for inner corner highlight. They're great to put down as a base and then top with a shimmer. Aren't those so pretty? They're super reflective. This bottom one is the Perfect Pearl and the top one is the champagne color. They're really creamy. They blend really easily, super easy to use. If you are a fan of the cream like shadow sticks, I think you'll really love that just because they are so easy to work with. They're really inexpensive. They have an okay range of colors, maybe 6 or 7 colors I think I found. Maybe on their website they have more, but I got those ones at Target and I love them. All right, next are these little guys here. These are their, what are they called? Bite-sized eyeshadows. The 3 that I use most often, these are incredibly pigmented and the shimmers are amazing and the mattes are phenomenal. Okay, so we have Cream and Sugar. I'm obsessed with this palette. It is just every color in it I use and I love. The shimmers are really creamy. If you use a little bit of like Fix Plus or some sort of setting spray, it really does just make them pop even more. And they're only like $3. This was the very first one I got and I was so impressed by it. This one's called Carnival Candy. The blue is the only color I don't use in this, but these 3 right here, phenomenal. Absolutely beautiful. And then I also really like this one in Pumpkin Pie. It's a little bit of a warmer kind of coppery palette. And these are just so, so good. So they each come, this Carnival Candy is all matte, but most of the other ones are like 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. $3. They have quite a few different color combos and I'm a big fan. This is on my lids today. This is the E.L.F. Their little sparkly cream shadows. I have Pinky Promise and I have Flirty Birdie. Flirty Birdie is the one I use most often. Anytime I'm wearing it on Instagram, I get a ton of questions asking what's on my lids. I pretty much top everything with this one. It is a really pretty sparkly, kind of like taupey champagne, intense sparkle. Every time I wear this, I swear in real life, people are like, what is on your lids? And I'm like, girl, it's E.L.F. It's a little E.L.F. cream shadow and it's amazing. And Pinky Promise is definitely more of a pinky gold color. So this is Flirty Birdie. This is what I'm pretty much always wearing on my lid. And it has tons of sparkle. And then this one is Pinky Promise. And they're super gorgeous, very inexpensive. I'm obsessed with them. They last all day. I don't get little like sparkles falling out all over my face. Once they're on there, they really do stick. And last but not least is this mascara, which I need to see if they have a waterproof one because I'm really into waterproof mascara right now because it's really what helps hold a curl to my lashes. But this is their Lash It Loud Volumizing Mascara and it's really, really nice. It even has like a wand that's not my favorite. I like the natural bristle wands, and this one is a rubber bristle, but it does such an amazing job at like separating, volumizing, lengthening my lashes. The only problem is if I don't use waterproof, my lashes tend to fall straight, and the only way to keep them curled is using a waterproof. So I have to check and see if they have a waterproof version of this. But if you don't have an issue with your lashes falling and you need a really good inexpensive mascara, I think you'd really like this Lash It Loud one. It's super cheap. It just gives so much volume to your lashes. It's absolutely stunning. So I love this. I just need to find a waterproof version of it. All right, guys, that is it for my must-have e.l.f. products. I love that everything here is like so inexpensive. I think everything is under $10. Maybe this is the most expensive item, but everything is like $3 to maybe $10. And the products are so, so good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below your must-have e.l.f. products. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.